All right. Good evening, everyone. We are live. Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, please use the chat box. Let me know that you can hear me while I share my screen. If you can hear my voice, please confirm that you can hear my voice. Confirm that you can hear my voice. Good evening, everyone. Confirm that you can hear my voice. Confirm that you can hear my voice. Good evening, everyone. Please confirm that you can hear my voice. All right. We're going to be starting immediately. Why am I having two microphones there? Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. Please confirm that you can see my screen. Let me know what you can see on the screen. If you are seeing the correct screen, you should be seeing Financial Statement Preparation Masterclass screen. A file is currently being shared. Please confirm that you can see the file I'm sharing. For transparency purpose, this class is going to take us about an hour and a half. So which means give or take plus question and answer, we should be done somewhere around 10 p.m. latest. 10 p.m. latest should be done. So prepare your mind. All right. So I believe everyone can see me. Thank you. Thank you, Abiola Joy. Thank you, Joe Adio, Abdul Koyum. Yes, we can see. Adeyemo Aisha, Sin Johnson Adeyemi, Sin Emmanuel Damilola, Manasseh. I don't know if I pronounced his name correctly. All right, so I believe everyone can see my screen. I believe, let me see if I can bring it a little bit closer. All right. Good evening once again. Let me welcome you to this mastermind session. Why we have the registration going on like few weeks back, we got a number of questions from many of you wanting to know me a little bit better. So allow me to introduce myself to you without taking up our time. My name is Jami Fatimbo, and I'm a member of ICANN and also a member of ABUA with over 15 years of professional experience in the realms of accounting, auditing, consulting, and finance together. And today, I've turned my wealth of experience into practical materials, coaching sessions, and mastermind classes like the one you are attending currently. In this masterclass, I'm going to share with you one of the top and amazing secrets of this accounting industry that have remained untold by anyone until now. Why is this masterclass free? These are another set of questions that we received a lot of them why the registration was going on. So here is the background and why I have to answer this. When I qualified as a chartered accountant years back, I got an offer to work with an accounting firm, popularly known as audit firm in Ikeja, Lagos State. So during my stay in this firm, I got exposed to a lot of business industries, different industry basically, ranging from the banking industry, the fast consumer moving goods industry, that's the FMCG, the consulting industry, agriculture, the aviation industry, the security industry, entertainment industry, and many other industries. I discovered a lot of things. There are a lot of things going on, but one of the things that got over 100% of my attention is the fact that I was able to discover clearly that many accountants cannot single-handedly prepare a complete IFRS based financial statement from the scratch, knowing fully well that IFRS should not be something that anybody in the accounting industry should be scared of at this point in 2026. You should not be scared of IFRS when you want to be or when you're an accountant. And the fact that accountants cannot prepare financial statements has absolutely nothing to do with whether these people they are ICA member or they are not ICA member, or they have 20 years experience, they have 30 years, they have 25, they have 19, they have 20, they have 100. It's even extend to the fact that it has nothing to do whether you are a PhD holder, whether you are a master degree holder, whether you are just a graduate, or whether you are even a failure of the institute, right? And the few people that free accountants that were able to prepare financial statements will end up presenting financial statements that contain a lot of errors, and such financial statements that carry error never get approved by the board. This is me giving you first hand information, and I can easily relate to the frustration that comes from spending your whole day and night for about 2 to 3 weeks on preparing a report that includes financial statement, and the only response you could get from your boss or from your MD is that I want you to work on it again, please, and I need it by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning on my table. I know a number of you have been in this mess before, and you are not alone. I totally understand what you are facing. I understand, people looking down on you as an accountant. I understand the fact that people do not believe in what you do. And I know it can be annoying. It can be frustrating. So I made it a personal decision to help every accountant I can reach out to with my mastermind sessions like this, my courses, my books, and every other means that is possible for me. And I'm happy and glad to let you know that this dream has started coming to pass, because we now have a community of accountants of over 700 accountants where we share ideas, we discuss at length about what is going on, tax matter, and a lot of other things. We share job updates, and obviously we usually follow up on the ones that we can follow up on. And we also host, sometime once in a while, we host monthly, free training. You might have seen the session that we had earlier this year on my LinkedIn profile. And many other things that we do on the group, right? Now let me say that this community is not a free community, and at the same time is not a community that you are just going to see the link anywhere on the internet. So now let's proceed to why we are here, right? I want to make sure that you are in the right place. If you are here, you should either be an accountant, or you are a finance professional, or you are a student of finance and accounting. And by students, I mean you are a high level student, not that you are another level 200. I don't even want a 300 level student on this call. So if yes, let me welcome you again to this mastermind session. And definitely the an hour and a half that we're going to spend together here is definitely going to worth your time. You definitely learn something new. And however, if you are not any of the people I mentioned, please, I beg you to leave this call, because whatever we're going to discuss on this call is just going to look like a little bit more advanced for you. So with that said, let's hit it straight. I surely recommend that you do away with all forms of distraction, because I'm not sure if the recordings of this session will be available. And the information I'm going to share with you on this call will change your life. And I mean it. By that, hear what some of my students and friends are saying about me. This is your follower. He said, in this field, you are a special being. a social being is someone that is different from others, and not just different, but able to solve a problem some people cannot solve. I'm saying this because the fact that you understand what you are doing and you're able to teach others is really great, because not everyone can do this. Well, for me, what makes you a social being is not just because you are intelligent, because there are other intelligent people out there, but that you're able to teach others. Yeah, you're an accounting guru. I'm serious, because that's what you're building yourself to be. I'm happy you are achieving your dreams step by step, because you did say it then that you want to be very good in this profession you have chosen, and I can see you are realizing it. This another person, your name is Faith. Dear sir, I will always be grateful to God for your roles that you have played in my life. As my lecturer and mentor, you have made the accounting profession so easy and interesting. Your knowledge, skills, and expertise in the accounting field are exceptional, and the enthusiasm you always display in sharing the skills and knowledge is quite admirable. Thank you, sir, for all you do. The accounting world is blessed to have you. So, for the purpose of this masterclass, I'm going to reveal my entire secret of how I was able to move up the ladder faster in the accounting and finance industry. And I'll be taking you through the step by step procedures on how you can prepare a complete IFRS based financial statement using only Microsoft Excel. So, which means if you peradventure you find yourself in an organization that they don't have accounting software, you can still use this knowledge. As a matter of fact, most organizations in Nigeria today, when they are just starting, their system, because that is what most accountants, that's what we are, right? So in my previous classes with my students and my community members, I share a whole lot about myself with the intention of trying to get people to know me a little bit better. And in order to waste the most valuable asset that we have as humans, I'm going to tell you three important things, well, that I feel you might want to know about me. One, I'm a qualified accountant and a practicing consultant with over 15 years of core experience in accounting, audit, and finance industry. I recently authored a book titled Seven Simple Steps in Preparing a Complete IFRS Based Financial Statement. I've tutored 800 plus students across the country. And I'm also the coordinator of the one of the fastest growing accountant community. This is why I'm qualified to teach you this information. If you want to learn or you want to know more, you probably want to connect with me, feel free to check me out on LinkedIn. Just a search of my name, Jami Fatable. You're going to see my profile, and then you can connect with me. You can, feel free to go to my profile to, suit your questions or probably get response to your questions. So these are going to be our learning outline in the next an hour. We're going to start with introduction to financial statements, simply because I do not want to assume a certain knowledge level so that everyone can, be on the same pace with us. So we're going to start with introduction to financial statements. After that, we'll look at what we call components and elements of financial statements. Then we'll discuss the procedures in preparing financial statements using Microsoft Excel. They will also proceed to looking at the preparation of what we call extended trial balance and then the note to the financials. And lastly, we wrap up the session with extracting our full financial statement from notes to the account. So, what are financial statements? Like I said earlier, before we proceed with this class, I want you to have a background understanding of what is called financial statement. And the reason for this is simply because as a consultant, I tend to carry out recruitment for some of my clients, and I get recruitment offer to my personal DM, and I usually sit at interview panels most of the time. And some of the questions that we always ask accountants is, can you tell us what you understand by financial statement? And the moment we ask that question, most people, they went blank, they paused for a moment, And few people that give us response tends to give us funny response. And at interview, when you try to play around answers, the interviewer always dictates. When you try to play around answers, the interviewer always dictates. So this is why I want you to have a better understand. So you know what a financial statement is and what is not a financial statement, right? Now, by definition, financial statements are set of documents that like one page document, and then you call it a financial statement, right? Another thing is that for us to say we have a full financial statement, our financial statement must show three minimal things. At least it must show financial performance, which means how well the company perform in terms of profitability. That's what financial performance is. Financial position means that how strong, or let me say, what is the financial strength of this company. A company that has more liability over assets have a weaker financial position. That's what it simply means. Because if every of their supplier, every of their creditor comes up and say, hey, I want you to pay my full debts, you know what that means? It means that the company is going to spend all its entire asset to cover liability, and there will still be liability yet to settle. So that kind of position is not good. Cash flow movement means movement of fund. Where is money coming from? What are those things that the company is doing that is giving them money? And where is money going into? Right? Now, this financial statement has a purpose. It has a reason why we're preparing it. And the major purpose of preparing financial statement is for us to be able to provide information that is useful for decision making. Now, the information we are in financial statements is useful for we have internal and external. Internal are those classes that are within. They are part of the system of the company. They are part of people that run the organization, and we all know them. Shareholders, we have the board of director, we have the management, we have the employee, right? And the external are people that are not within the organization. We have the government, the tax authority, the analyst, your customer, your supplier, your lenders, your borrowers, the your bankers, right? All those people, they needed your financial statement for different reasons. For example, now, an employee, right, will want to know, this company I'm working with, will they be able to continue paying my salary? And is my job secure in this company? That is a reason why an employee will need financial statement. And that reason is going to be different from the reason why one of the board member is going to need financial statements, or one of the management people will need financial statements. But then one of the characteristics or obviously features of financial statements are called fairness, which means that financial statements should be fair to every users. So I don't need to have or prepare two, three financial statements for different users. I'm preparing one single financial statement for all of my users' decision making. So I can't prepare one for one. I will now say, okay, this one is only for the management, or this one is only for the tax authority, and this financial statement is only for my employee. No, it is one financial statement that will cater for the need of every user group, right? Now, I will now say financial statement, there are two part of financial statement. There is components and there is elements, right? And I want you to stay close with me here because there is a big difference between components and element of financial statement. This falls under one of the category of things that people don't get to answer correctly at interviews. When we ask them, okay, can you differentiate between a component of a financial statement and an element of financial statement? People just try to find their way around it, not getting the whole thing. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't worry. Many people do not know this as well. But I'm going to explain to you on this call. So you no longer be part of people that don't know it. In two simple sentences or using a simple terminology, components, as we say, are what makes up the financial statement, while elements are what can be found in each of the components. You can jot this down. Components are what makes up the financial statement, while elements are what can be found in each of the components, right? Now you get that. The major component of financial statement according to International Accounting Standard 1 and IFRS 18. IFRS 18 is a new standard that is going to be in use starting from 1st of January 2027, which is next year. Now, according to IAS 1 and IFRS 18, the following are the major components. We have the statement of financial position, we have the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, we have the statement of changes in equity, we have the statement of cash flows, we have the note to the financial statement and other disclosures, we have value added statement, this is not required by IFRS, we have 5-year financial summary, also not IFRS requirements, we have a bridge financial statement, which is majorly prepared for banks and investment companies. These are the components of financial statement by IFRS. Now, those ones that I said they are not required by IFRS, that's the value added statement and 5-year financial summary. They are required by our old standard, which is the NGAAP. NGAAP is the local standard that we use in preparing our financial statement before we adopt IFRS in Nigeria. And for information purpose, IFRS is adopted in Nigeria on 1st of January 2012. So which means that from 2012 upward, companies are no longer expected to prepare financial statement using the old GAAP, although some companies still do it. But this law is specifically applicable to all public listed companies. You cannot see a PLC presenting financial statement using NGAAP. It's not done. Are we there now? So according to our NGAAP required value statement and 5-year financial summary. And the reason we are adding it as part of the IFRS requirement is because under other disclosure stated by IAS 1 is that our other disclosure can include any other information that is going to be beneficial to our financial statement users. So far, such information is not duplicating any of the existing components or against any of the existing components. So that is why we are safe to include value added statements and 5-year financial summary, right? So these are the components. Now that you have seen what makes up our financial statement, there are 5 major elements of financial statement. Elements. You know how we said financial statements are components are what makes up a financial statement. Why elements are what can be found in each of the components. So which means that these elements are what we are going to be seeing in our financial statement component. So we have 5 elements. We have assets, liability, equity, expense, and income. I want to believe every one of us understand what this means. Assets are resources. Liability, and we have two kinds of assets. We have the non-current assets, and then we have the current assets. Liabilities are charges against the assets, what the company must settle from the money. So we have 2 types of liability. We have the non-current liability and then we have the current liabilities, right? Then we have owner's equity, which simply means the interest of the owners in the business. We have three things that makes up equity. We have share capital, we have reserve, and then we have retained earnings. Expenses are five. Expenses are what company pay to keep running the business. We have five expenses. We have direct costs, which can sometimes be called cost of sales. We have administrative and general expenses. We have selling and distribution expenses. We have personnel costs, and then we have finance costs. The fifth one is income. We have two types of income. We have revenue, and then we have other incomes. So my major goal for you in this training is to show you how to prepare financial statements, right? And not just tell you. So for this reason, I'm not going to dwell in too much on all of those components and elements other than what I have done. So we are proceeding to Excel, so you can see for yourself how preparing a real financial statement looks like and its procedure, right? Just before we proceed, I want you to pay attention, please. If you have not been paying attention since we started this call, I'm begging you to pay close attention now, because I'm about to review how the Excel sheet are going to be working together to have us a complete set of financials. Now, I want you to take a moment to look at this tree diagram. If you have something that you can use to jot down, quickly jot down this diagram. This is where you just take a moment to look at it. Okay. Now, I'm sure you might not have a full understanding of what the tree diagram, what I just showed you. You might not have a full understanding of what it entails. But let's proceed to Excel. So you can see for yourself what I call the framework of financial statements and the life play of how we prepare IFRS based financial statement from the beginning to the end. Let me know if you are ready for this. Comment ready. Let me share my Excel screen. Let me know if you are ready for this. All right. I'm sharing my Excel screen. My Excel screen should be up in the next few seconds. Once my screen is up, please confirm. Let me know. Please confirm. Let me know if you can see my screen. I think the network is a little bit messy this evening. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if because the screen is up now. All right. Man, sorry, I couldn't pronounce this name. All right, all right. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to categorically state some things here. This template that I'm about to show you is the personal resources to me, and initially I didn't want to give it out, right? But I'm going to give an offer for those that stay through the end of the call. I'm going to give an offer for just 5 people, only 5 people, to get access to this template and other materials from me. Only 5 people, just 5 people. We don't do a lot of people on session like this. Just 5 people. So any number you are seeing here, Any information you are seeing on this Excel, it does not relate or it is not belonging to any organization, whether in Nigeria or outside the country. So it's just a template. Anything that you see that looks like what you have seen before somewhere, or what you might see somewhere again, is just a coincidence, right? Now, that being said, there's an offer for just 5 people at the end of the call. Just at the end of the call. So basically, there are two sides to financial statements, right? There are two sides. The first side is what you are going to see after the entire work is done, right? After the entire work is done, you're going to see this is like something like this. This is like the front page, or you can call it the cover page. This is like a full template that I use for my clients, basically. So this is table of content. This is the corporate information page. Just this one just show few information about the company. This is this financial highlights, just a brief summary of what happened in financial statement. This is the report of the director. This is the condition page of the report of the director. This is a statement of director's responsibility. This is a statement of financial position. This is statement of profit or loss. This is statement of changes in equity. This is statement of cash flow. This is note to the account. Now, on this note to the account, there are two classes of notes. There is qualitative notes and there is quantitative notes, right? Qualitative notes, they are those notes that they don't have figures. They are just, they are just disclosure, accounting disclosure, how we have treated this item, which standard have we applied in treating this item, how have we calculated this, how did we present this, just disclosures. And you can get this disclosure. Let me just give you the website. You can get this disclosure from a free website called iasplus.com/standards. And this website is also going to be beneficial for you if you are planning to write your ICANN exam. You can, go to the website to learn about IFRS standards. Yeah, that's also one of the goal of this website. And let me say, it's a free website from, I think it's from Deloitte, if I'm not mistaken. It's a free website from Deloitte, one of the big audit firm, right? Now, so qualitative notes we got it from that website. All of these that you are seeing, you can see that they don't have number. They are just qualitative notes. Notes that just have disclosure. Okay, treat this one like this. Just make disclosure basically. This is another qualitative note you can see. The second part of the note is quantitative notes. Notes that have figures, or let me say notes that have numbers. Basically, they have numbers. As you can see, you can now see that this one have numbers. This is another page of what? The qualitative note. This is qualitative note again. This is the value added statement that I said it is not required by IFRS. What page is this? This is tax computation, not within the scope of this task. This is okay. So basically, now your financial statement starts from your cover page. This is your cover page here, and then it ends at your value added statement. Yeah, it ends at your value added statement. Now, before you even get to this, the work is done using just 3 sheets. Everything you are seeing here happen back end. So the back end of financial statement is the trial balance sheets, the journal sheets, and the extended trial balance sheets. That is where the majority of the work is done. Trial balance sheet, the extended trial balance sheet, and the journal sheets. The trial balance sheet, we all know what the trial balance is, have we? So you can either prepare your trial balance yourself or export the trial balance. When you prepare your trial balance yourself, you want to prepare your trial balance using the rule of trial balance, which is what? The clip. That is the rule that we use in preparing our trial balance. The clip. What does the clip mean? The clip means debit all expenses and assets, credit all liabilities, incomes, and provision. That is what the clip is. It is a rule So which means that if you are preparing your trial balance yourself, you want to ensure that all expenses fall on the debit. All assets are also presented on the debit. Liability, incomes and provision appear on the credit. If you prepare a trial balance and it does not follow the CLIP rule, your trial balance can agree but it's going to be wrong. That's what it simply means. If your trial balance agree, but we look at it, we now see that by trial balance agree, I mean it's balanced. Because one of the things that you must also do on your trial balance is that you must ensure that the total of the debit equals the total of the credit. So if your trial balance total agree, by popular saying, e be balance, right? That's what we always say then. You say e balance, abi e no balance, dem say e balance. So if your trial balance, but when we look at your trial balance, we notice that income is on the debit side or expenses are reported on the credit, but your trial balance, that means there's an error in that trial balance. Something is wrong. So if you use a wrong trial balance to prepare a financial statement, your financial statement will be wrong and it's going to carry a lot of errors. And this is one of the error that I said people that prepare financial statement, this is one of the things they carry. Imagine you are reporting an expenses and it's showing negative balance. Your expense is now appearing as a bracket under admin expenses in your financial statement. That means something is wrong. Or your liability is now appearing on the debit. That means something is wrong. So even if your trial balance agree and it did not follow the CLIP rule, such a trial balance is still wrong. So whether you prepare your trial balance yourself or you export the trial balance from software, you want to ensure that your trial balance follow the CLIP rule. And another thing you want to ensure, like I said earlier, is that the debit total of your trial balance and the credit total must be the same. So that trial balance is what will now be our basis for this control sheet. Now this sheet that I open is what we call the extended trial balance. So once you have confirmed or once you are check and your trial balance is accurate, the next thing or the next step or the next thing you want to do is to prepare your extended trial balance. And let me quickly say this: preparing an extended trial balance, or let me say preparing a good extended trial balance, right, is about 80 to 85% knowledge of preparing financial statement with Microsoft Excel. And a lot of people that prepare financial statements and they didn't go through the route of extended trial balance. One, they are going to spend more time in trying to reconcile their numbers. Secondly, is that their financial statement is going to carry errors. This is what I've seen firsthand. It's going to contain errors because your financial statement is not going to have a basis. You are just going to be putting figure here, putting it here as you like, and you don't want that for yourself, right? So basically, extended trial balance is a combination of 5 trial balances. Let me see. Which is what we call ETB. Is a combination of 5 trial balances. We have one, the main trial balance. That trial balance that we just finished preparing, yes, is the first thing on our extended trial balance, followed by the transactional journal. I know you want to ask me, what does this transactional journal do? Transactional journal is used to pass adjustments into the financial statement. The third thing is the final trial balance. The final trial balance combines the main trial balance with our transactional journal. The next one is the statement of profit or loss trial balance. This identify, or let me say this pick, or let me say this presents. Guys, it is that you say it identify or it presents or it picks or it shows only income and expenses. As we all know that profit or loss items are not meant to be carried into the next year. They are meant to be written off. So which means that our income and expenses goes into the profit or loss. That is what the statement of profit or loss trial balance carry. The last one is the statement of financial position trial balance, which will come in year out, right? And it also recognizes only, it also recognizes only our balance sheet item, which are assets, liability, and then equity. Right now, like I said earlier, I want to show you how to prepare it. So let's I hope you can still hear me. Can somebody still hear me? Please confirm if you can. The network this night is really, really messy. Is my screen still up, please? Please confirm that my screen is still up. The network this night is really not encouraging at all. I think it's because of the weather. The weather has blown away our network in this country. Okay, so we are talking about the linking. So we can see that we started linking all our items. Mutual fund account 750, pick the figure, then press enter. Okay, so I think my screen is up. I think it's now fair enough. All right, so POS account equals to, go to the trial balance, POS 49,400. Pick the figure, enter. So that is how we have entered for everything that you are seeing here. After you have entered for everything, you now scroll down. Scroll down to where you have the totals of your trial balance. Scroll down to where you have the totals of your trial balance, right? And check, because it is very easy for your trial balance not to balance, and if you don't check, you're not going to know. Now, the total of your trial balance must be equal. There should be no difference. If you link all your items on the trial balance to your standard trial balance and you are still having difference, that means there's one item. Let me show you something now. Let's say I'm removing wireless telephone. Look at it, you can see that I have a difference. So that means if you have a difference on your trial balance, that means that there is one item or several items that you have not linked, right? So you just go back and link it, and then you are going to be fine. The next thing is the transactional journal. And like I said earlier, transactional journal are just used to pass adjustments or make corrections in the financial statement. They are just used to pass adjustments or make corrections in the financial statement. Are we there now? They are just used to pass adjustments or make correction in the financial statement. Okay, so basically here is that we are going to raise a journal. That's how we use transactional journal. You raise a journal, there's a separate sheet for journal. Let me show you the sheet. Normally I don't show you. This is how a journal looks like in Excel. This is a journal. This is like three journal. This is one journal, this is another journal, and then this is another journal. That's how journal looks like. So when you raise the journal, you then link your journal to this place. So you do equals to, you go and pick the journal on the debit. Then for the credit leg, you do equals to, you pick the journal on the credit. So you have to link it to the correct account. It is important that you link your journal to the correct account. Okay, so after that is the final trial balance. And like I said, the final trial balance is the connection. Let me say final trial balance connects the transactional journal and the trial balance together. The final trial balance connects the, I can see some people said you stop at SOFPTB. Can you guys hear me? Please, if you can, please confirm if you can still hear me, and let me know where, or let me say the last place that you heard me. Oh. Want to link. For example, let's say I want to link this furniture and fittings. I'll do equals to, go to my trial balance, furniture and fittings. Then I pick that, select the figure, enter. That's it. That's how we link for all our items. That's how we link for all our items. So I said the extended trial balance has 5 trial balances. We have the final trial balance, the statement of profit or loss trial balance, and the statement of financial potential trial balance, right? So if you want to link, let's take the linking part again, right? So this is office equipment, right? Remember that we are still on trial balance, even though we have a combination of different trial balances here. The decline principle still apply. What does that mean? It simply means that all expenses will still be on the debit, all assets will still be on the debit, all liability will fall on the credit, all incomes will fall on the credit, all provision will be on the credit. That is what the clip is all about. So now if I want to link, I'm linking my trial balance column to my trial balance sheet. I'm taking the linking part again now. I'm linking my trial balance column to my trial balance sheet, right? So I go to my trial balance column on the ETB, equals to, this is an asset. So this is office equipment. I'll go to my trial balance, equals to, go to my trial balance, office equipment 3 million. Select the figure, then press enter, right? Furniture and fittings, equals to, go to the trial balance, look for furniture and fittings, select the figure, press enter. Computer equipment, equals to, go to the trial balance, look for computer equipment 245,000, select the figure, press enter, right? That is how we linked. Okay, so the next one is accumulated depreciation. That one is going to be provision and it's going to be on the credit. So office equipment, equals to, go to the trial balance, I need provision for, that's accumulated depreciation of office equipment, right? Go to trial balance, accumulated depreciation of office equipment, which is this 428,000. Select the figure, then press enter. Furniture and fittings, equals to, go to the trial balance, furniture and fittings 174, press enter. Computer equipment, equals to, go to the trial balance, computer equipment 129,000, press enter. That's how the linking works, right? So let's finish linking. Cash in hand on the asset on the debit, so equals to, go to trial balance, cash in hand, which is this 159, enter. Ecobank naira, equals to, go to the trial balance, Ecobank naira, which is this 3.4, select the figure, enter. Ecobank dollar, equals to, go to the trial balance, Ecobank dollar 25,000. This is 25,000 naira, not $25,000. So it has already been converted into naira, right? So you don't do that conversion and then scatter the whole thing. So Stanbic IBTC naira account, equals to, go to the trial balance, look for Stanbic naira account 1 million plus, select the figure, then press enter. Stanbic IBTC dollar, equals to, Go to the trial balance, standing IBTC dollar, select the figure, press enter. Mutual fund account equals to, go to the trial balance, mutual fund 750, select the figure, press enter. POS account equals to, go to the trial balance, POS 49.4, select the figure, press enter. Right? So that's how we link for every other item. So after, once you're done with your link, that's how we link for all these items that you are seeing here. So once you're done with your link, you want to do a check to confirm that you are still on the spot. So you want to check the total of your trial balance and confirm that the total of the debit equals to the total of the credit. Let me call you, man. Right? Confirm that the total of the debit equals to the total of the credit, as you can see. So if you link your own and your debit total and credit total are not the same, it simply means one thing. And that one thing is that there is an item that you have not linked. Let me show you. Let's assume that we omitted this correct entries in your financial statement. What does that mean? Let's assume that this office equipment that you are seeing here was supposed to be 3 million, not 3,050,980, right? So it was just supposed to be 3 million, but we notice that 50,000 and 980 that is on it is an error. That one was supposed to go to one of the expenses accounts, right? So we are going to raise a journal by debiting the expenses that 50,090 is supposed to go, and crediting office equipment. We raise that journal on this sheet. Once we get the journal, we then link our journal into this transactional journal cell just to correct that item. That is what transactional journal is used for. That is what transactional journal is used for. The next thing is the final trial balance, which combines the final trial balance combines our transactional journal and our main trial balance together. Yes, and this final trial balance is very, very important on the extended trial balance. This final trial balance is what is very, very important on the extended trial balance. Remember, we have been coming from, we said for us to prepare a financial statement, extended trial balance is important. Now when you are preparing your extended trial balance, your final trial balance is also what important. Are we together? So now on our final trial balance, we are going to have formula, and the formula are just two. We have the debit formula, and then we have the credit formula. The debit formula, and then we have the credit formula. Debit formula is going to be for our assets and our expenses. Debit formula is going to, I don't know if my screen is still up. Debit formula is going to be for our assets and our expenses. Let me share my screen again. I think the network is not favorable this night. Please confirm if my screen is slow. Okay, okay. All right, thank you. So, as I was saying, that the debit formula is going to be for asset and expenses, while credit formula is going to be for income, liabilities, and provision. So, the debit formula is, we are going to enter everything on the debit. It will be equals to, follow me here, equals to the debit of the main trial balance plus the debit of transactional journal minus the credit of main trial balance minus the credit of transactional journal. Enter. That's our debit formula. Debit of main trial balance plus the debit of transactional journal minus the credit of main trial balance minus the credit of what? Transactional journal. That's debit plus debit minus credit minus credit. So that's the debit formula. We can just enter for one and then drag it down, copy and paste for the rest, so we can save our time here. For debit formula, that's how we have, connected, pasted debit formula for all of this. The second set of formula is the credit formula, and that one is equals to credit of trial balance plus the credit of transactional journal minus the debit of trial balance minus the debit of what? Transactional journal. Enter. That's credit plus credit minus debit minus debit. That's credit formula. The debit formula, which is the first one that I stated, was debit plus debit minus credit minus credit. That one is debit formula. For credit formula, it is credit plus credit minus debit minus debit. So we can just enter for one and then what? Drag it down, right? So that's how we have copy and paste for all of these other cells. That's how we copy and paste for all of these other cells. So let's zoom in again to check. If you look at the part I painted in yellow, you can see that it also agree. Yes, my main trial balance must balance. That's number one. Your transactional journal must also balance. That's number two. Then your final trial balance total must also balance. Three things on your extended trial balance that must agree. Those three must balance. If those three did not balance, you are definitely going to have problems in your financial statement that you are preparing. So you have to go back to check what the problem is. As simple as that. So you must be able to go back to check what the problem is. So the next one is the statement of profit or loss trial balance. The next one is the statement of profit or loss trial balance. And what does this simply mean? It simply means that we are going to be selecting only profit or loss items. We are going to be selecting only profit or loss items. Okay? So what are the profit or loss items? They are our incomes and our expenses. Can someone confirm if my screen is still up? I'm having a network notification. Can someone confirm that you can hear me? This network is just is a no other, is a respecter of no one. I'm sharing the screen again. Please confirm that you can hear me. Can you hear my voice? I'm trying to share. Can someone confirm if you can see my screen now? Oh, okay. Trying to share the screen. Okay. Can you confirm if the screen is up now, please? Please confirm that you can hear my voice and you can also see my screen. Confirm that you can hear my voice and you can also see the screen. Which of the yes? All right. So as I was saying, I said next one is to prepare our statement of profit or loss trial balance. Next one is to prepare our statement of profit or loss trial balance. What does that mean? So this simply means that we are going to be selecting only profit or loss account items. We are going to be selecting we are going to select only profit or loss account items. That's what it simply means. So we scroll down to, remember I said something earlier that you should be able to group your what's it called? You should be able to group your items together. So we can now scroll down to where we have our profit or loss account item. Let me remove all of this so you can see what we wanted to do here. Just give me a moment. Okay. All right. So this is income, right? This is income. So I come to profit or loss. Remember, I'm still doing what's it called? I'm still doing trial balance. So which means that my income will still be on the credit. Expenses will still be on the debit. So I come to my income, I do equals to select the figure from final trial balance. We are no longer selecting from transactional journal. We will not select from the main trial balance because we have used our final trial balance to connect the transactional journal with the final trial balance. So select the figure of final trial balance, enter. And because they are working on Excel, you can just drag it down, or you can do copy and paste, whichever one that you like. For the expenses, that will be on the debit. So equals to select the figure of final trial balance. You can do copy and paste. You can do copy and paste. Or you can just enter one and then drag it down like this, whichever case. You can do copy and paste, you can enter one and just drag it down, whichever case. So now let's go again. Come and check this. Look at, where is this? Now look at the part painted in yellow. in green rather, what do you notice? You notice that the total of the debit and the total of the credit, they are not the same. Yes, this simply means that in a year a company can either make profit or make loss. So the difference you are seeing here represents either profit or loss. That's the same thing that you are seeing up above here, this place. That's the same thing you are seeing there, right? That's what you are seeing up here as well, right? So basically the difference there represents profit or loss. How are you going to know whether it is profit or it is loss? It is going to be profit if the total of the credit is going to be profit if the total of the credit is more than the total of the debit. But it is going to be a loss if the total of the debit is more than credit. You know that if income is more than expense, we say profit. So since we said income will be on the credit, so if the total of the credit, which is our income, is more than the total of the debit, which are our expenses, the difference that we are going to have is what? Income. That's what it simply means. But if the total of the debit is more than the total of the credit, that means we will now say we have what? We have loss. But your profit or loss trial balance is not going to balance. Remember those three that I said is going to balance: main trial balance, transactional journal, and financial trial balance, right? So the next one is the statement of financial position, right? So let me zoom it back a bit so we can see the particulars very well. Okay, so this is our financial position items equals to, we pick the figure from where? Final trial balance, enter, equals to, pick the figure of final trial balance, enter, equals to, pick the figure of final trial balance, enter, right? For credit, we link it to credit, equals to, pick the figure of final trial balance, enter, equals to, pick the figure of final trial balance, enter, equals to, pick the figure of final trial balance, enter, right? So the next one, debit, equals to, pick this, enter, and you can what? You can also drag it down just to, save our time, right? You can also do what? Copy, and then you can what? You can paste. Just copy and paste the formula, whichever one that you are comfortable with. Anyone works here, right? So for credit, it is equals to, pick the figure of final trial balance, enter. Make sure you are picking the right figure, right? And I can what? I can enter one and then drag it down, right? And drag it down, right? So let's go again to check. That's all for balance sheet item. So go again to check. Now, what did you notice? Look at the part painted in the part that is not painted, or let's say that is left blank, unpainted. What do you notice? You notice that it's also having a difference, right? So how will you know whether your difference is correct? One, you must have the same difference on the profit or loss trial balance and on the financial position trial balance. It is important that you have the same difference on the profit or loss trial balance and the financial position trial balance. So if you are able to achieve this comes to the end of what? The extended trial balance. The next one is just linking. So let's just quickly run through that. So after this, next one is, you already set up your note to the account, right? You already set up your note to the account from the IAS Plus website I gave earlier. And the next one is for you to now link your notes to the extended trial balance. So the first step of financial preparation is your trial balance. After your trial balance, the next step is your extended trial balance. To prepare your note to the account. After your note to the account, the next step is now to extract your full financial statement from the note to the account. So how does this work? Let me quickly show you. So we are linking each of the notes to the account to our extended trial balance page. That's what we are doing. We are linking each of the notes to the account to our extended trial balance page. Can someone see hear me? Please let me know. Please confirm if you can see hear me, please. Please confirm. Let me know that you can see hear me. Please confirm. Let me know that you can see hear me. Confirm. Let me know that you can see hear me. I need someone to confirm. Let me know that you can see hear me. All right. Thank you, Abiola Joy. So basically, we want to link our to you now go to the ETB. You go and select this is furniture and fittings. So we now go and select furniture and fittings under the financial position trial balance. Under the financial position trial balance, which is this. Enter. You can see that it's telling me that this figure is an addition, right? If I have a fee, let's say I have 1 million here, you can see that my addition has reduced to 2.9. So it means that if you do the correct thing, you should be able to get the actual assets you acquire during the year. That's what it simply means. Computer equipment equals to, go to the sell trial balance, right? You go and pick computer equipment, which is this 245. Let's confirm. Yes, 245. We are picking it under the financial position trial balance. Don't forget. Enter. Office equipment equals to, go to the ETB, pick your office equipment 440. Enter. So that is how we have connected all of this. That's how we have connected this. Inventory the same way we did for others, equals to, go to note to the account and pick inventory. Inventory, which is this, so that's 5 million plus. So pick it under statement of financial position trial balance. Enter. Right? So that's how we have linked all of this. Just equals to, you go and pick it under note to the account. So that is how we have connected. The same thing we did for profit or loss items. Just that our profit or loss items are going to be selected under the profit or loss trial balance. That's all. We are going to be selecting our profit or loss account items under the profit or loss trial balance, and that's it. So after that, each of these notes total, this part is very, very important. Each of these notes total are going to have, each of these notes will have their own total, because it is that total we will need for our individual financial statement component. So let me quickly remove this. So just link it to the notes. So we do equals to, this is PPE, right? Equals to, we now go to our PPE notes. We go and pick the total of all the PPE, not just one of the PPE, everything together, which is our carrying amount in this case, right? So select the total here, enter, right? Oh, I put it on the wrong place. So equals to, go to the notes, select the total here, enter. That's my total non-current assets. Next one is inventory, equals to, I go to my notes, select my inventory, pick this figure, enter. The next one is receivable, equals to, go to my notes, select my receivable total, which is this, enter. The next one, cash and cash equivalent, equals to, go to my note, cash and cash. Total of assets and this total assets, that's the total current assets plus will give us the total assets. Next one is share capital, equals to, go to my share capital notes. Share capital, I need the issue and fully paid share capital. Select the figure, press enter. deposit for shares equals to, go to note of deposit for shares, which is this 6,020,000. Select the figure, enter, right? The next one is the retained earning equals to, go to the retained earnings note, select the figure, press enter. So that is how we have connected, that's how we are also preparing the profit or loss. We just do equals to, you go to the and pick it there. That's the same thing we did for our statement of what, cash flow and other statement of changes in equity. So your statement of financial position was balanced. So let's check. You can see now, look at the part I entered in red. That's my total assets and my equity and liability. You can see that they now balance. So which is what preparing an actual financial statement looks like. So before we wrap up, let's have like 5 minutes for question and answer. You can drop your question now. You can type your question now. Let me go back to the screen. So while you're typing your question and answer, this is Michael, one of my students. He said, "Thanks, boss. I will check it up. Like you did a great job with the financial statement. I use Sage Evolution softwares for posting. So I pull out trial balance for different period and prepare them manually with your Excel template. But the results were accurate. I just amended your template and linked some few items together. Thanks so much. You perform beyond expectation. The service you render is far above the fee." So question, I'm going to tell you Mr. Michael's story later. Somebody said, "Sir, can you explain transactional journey to balance?" It is not transactional journey, it is transactional journal. Like I said earlier, transactional journal is used to bring in, you can use transactional journal to do two things. One, you can use it to bring in items into the financial statement. Secondly is that you can also use it to correct any wrong thing that you notice in your financial statement. Let's say an account is reporting 10 million instead of 10,500,000. So you have to go and look for where that 500,000 has been entered. You get the journal and you pass it through your transactional journal. This lady said, "I hope you are going to have access to replay video. Like I said from the beginning, I am not sure." Right? When I say thanks for the lecture, are you going to share the template with us? If you wait to the end of the call, there's going to be an offer for just few moments from now. There's going to be an offer for just 5 people only. Just 5 people only. And we are over 150 that's going to have access to the recording if it's going to drop. And then we are over 21 on this call. Meaning, even if everybody is ready to take up the offer on this call, we can only take 5 people. You can only take 5 people. So, Mr. Luther, I can't pronounce your name. I hope that answers your question. So, question. Okay. So, I believe there are no questions yet. Right? So, quickly, before we wrap up the call, like I said, don't before we end the call today, I want to give me 5 minutes. Let me tell you Mr. Michael's story. Michael was just an accountant in a small company in Lagos in 2021. When he stumbled on one of my posts on Facebook where I was talking about financial manipulation like many of you did. Yes, Abiola Joy, all of these are also required for management accountants. Yes, they also require. So, like I said, Michael stopped on one of my posts on Facebook and he paid a token for one of my programs on financial statement preparation. He dedicated about 2 to 4 weeks to learning and practicing how to prepare financial statements, right? And he also informed some of his friends who knew some business owners that he could help them prepare their financial statement and do some cleanup on their records. That's the only thing he did. Surprisingly for Michael, he got about 2 businesses to work with him the first month ever. And before he working for about 3 to 4 businesses online. He doesn't have to go to the office. They just send in the bank statement or their trial balance and everything else, and he do their record, he gets his money. I'm sure that some of you might be thinking, Michael is special, Michael is lucky, Michael is this, Michael is that. But you are also special, and you are not special. I'm going to explain. You are special because there is no other person on this planet who can take your knowledge and the information I've given to you in this master class from you. Not even me. I can't say everything I've started teaching you now, give it to me, but I can't take it back. The same way I couldn't take it from Michael. And that is absolutely amazing. But at the same time, you are not special because professionals like you around the planet are achieving massive success with the process I just share with you easily. Many people have commended my effort and I've received so many recommendations from many of my students and my supervisors and my mentor. Take a look at it. This is Faith. He said, "Dear sir, I will always be grateful to God for your role that you have played in my life. As my lecturer and mentor, you have made accounting profession so easy and interesting. Your knowledge, skills, and expertise in the accounting field are exceptional, and the enthusiasm you always display in sharing the skills and knowledge is quite admirable. Thank you, sir, for all you do. The accounting world is blessed to have you." This is Mr. Wemon. This person is my mentor, in fact, my boss. He said, Jami Fatimbo is a colleague at Bengabadu and Kuchad Accountant. He is smart and hardworking. He's always ready to take up new challenges at work. With the short time I work with him, I saw a brilliant, energetic, young, sharp man who opened his mind to learn and help clients find solutions to their tasks and financial matters. The book is self-explanatory and a good guide for preparer of financial statements. It touches the elementary of accounting and it will be useful for accountants who struggle to prepare financial statements or management accounts. This is another person. He said, apparently, I don't want to say anything since I've been reading your post, but my conscience is judging because if I didn't share this review, definitely I'm holding the good info about the book and I'm being selfish. Truth be told, your SFMA has provided a net for me in my organization because they never believe I could have them prepare a comprehensive statement of account. Their thought was that SOA can only be prepared by chartered accountant or external auditor. The area of ETB really helps and makes everything comes easier. Despite I have not tendered my HND certificate because I'm still schooling, my MD increased my remuneration to 120K. I think the last time I chatted with this guy is now earning about 400K on a monthly basis. For someone that is not a chartered accountant that's just having HND, and we know how discriminating HND can be. But the fact that he learned these skills, he was able to upscale his income. So this is another person, this is my community. He said, this lady said, "Happy birthday, sir. I haven't met you before, but the truth remains that my journey into account and finance industry became easier with our paths crossing virtually. You gave me access to FSME, and ever since then, I've gained access to every aspect of my interest in the profession through your network. My prayer is that God will bless and keep you, will make your life so easy than what you had ever imagined." So I just gave you my first approach to learning and preparing financial statement, but I'm sure you can imagine this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just like 10% of what you need to know. You know there is more. So now you have two options. Yes, you can exit this call like some people have done, and go straight to Excel and start to figure things out yourself. Yes, and it's going to take you minimum of 2 years to completely figure it out, because it took me up to like 2 years before I could master everything, because no one was there to teach me. So second option that you have is you can follow a proven path to success, because I've already put together comprehensive video sessions on how to do this hack. In fact, these video sessions are going to explain all of the questions that you are even currently asking. This is why I say thank you for the lecture. Can you please explain financial trial balance? There's nothing like financial trial balance. I don't know what you mean by financial trial balance. So the video is going to answer all of your questions. So you don't have to figure anything out. It's a done for you financial statement course titled Financial Statement with Microsoft Excel, FSME. Before I take you through in detail what the FSME is, I want you to listen to what people like you have to say about the course. Lily said she has learned how to create financial statement through Excel. She learned how to link all accounts together. She said how to raise journal, though I use that a lot at work. I can't wait to practice. It was an eye opener for me. I can confidently put it in my CV that I can prepare financial statement. The value was more than the amount paid. This another person he said, good morning, Mr. Jamil. Thanks for your financial statement training. It was a wonderful experience and an eye opener. You are indeed a great tutor. As a matter of fact, I've been able to use the knowledge you share for to prepare financial statement for a friend who needed a financial statement to apply for a grant. Everything was perfect. All account balance. Thanks for all you do once more. I will recommend it to anyone who would love to learn accounting in its simplicity. This is Anjola. This lady said, my name is Anjola. I come and call this training on WhatsApp. When Mr. Jami posted a flyer for the training on how to prepare a complete set of financial statements using Excel. To be honest, I was skeptical because the cost was too low. But to my shock, the value was so much more than the cost. I recently got a job, and all that I learned in from this class is what I'm using, and I've not even used all of the knowledge. I will recommend this training for anyone looking to advance their career, especially finance professional. This is Kehinde. He said, good evening, sir. It's been a while, and tonight I've come to say a very big thank you. You've been very instrumental in my career path. I gained confidence and I'm truly grateful. Thanks for being resourceful and impactful. FSME was an answer to my prayers when I seriously needed clarifications. I started my career, and in the first 2 weeks, I produced the first set of statements for the firm. In fact, the director brought 3 different auditors to check the work, and all they could ask was, who trained you? My brain was screaming your name, Fatoyinbo Jamiu. Sir, I don't know how best to appreciate you, but from the depth of my heart, I want to say thank you. So I can keep showing you testimonials and reviews. Yes, I have more than what I can share from other So sorry, is the network. That's what we face when you're in Nigeria. So as I was saying that we are planning to, update the course. So once the update comes up, for anyone that already have access, you are not paying extra kobo to get access to it. So it also comes with two videos that you can use to determine how to compute tax and then capital allowance. Okay, then you also get access to the almighty ready to use plug and play financial statement template, which is going for 3,500 naira. Then bonus section B, you also get a copy So sorry again, once again. Please confirm if you can hear me. So as I was saying, I said I'm currently preparing three financial statements for my client and they want to find Tuesday, right? That's one of the crazy thing that we do as an accountant, right? But then you're also going to get videos that you can use to prepare IFRS based financial statements from the scratch. Yes, just from bank statements, you can prepare a financial statement. The day I told one of my mentor that this is possible, the guy said, Lila, he said, no, it's not possible because over his work experience, he didn't see people do that. Do you get it now? So basically, that is actually possible. Do you get the point now? That is actually possible. So you also get a video that explain that. Then you also get a video on account receivable and account payable, how you can track your account receivable and account payable. You also get video and a template. You also get a link to access my special combined ebook and PDF store that contains series of art, guideline, tax law, and a lot of other things that have aided my career growth up till now. This video is going for this file, if I'm going to give you access to this file, it's going for 5,000 naira, a kind of like monthly subscription. But I'm going to give you access to it. If you get the FSME, then you also get access to an Excel file that contains the names and email address of accounting firm with active practice license. This is for people that want to, maybe you want to join this firm or you want to have a business with them, right? Then you also get video and templates of the 2025 new tax law, how we can prepare payroll, and the template of preparing payroll in accordance with the new tax law. Because these are part of our fresh updates that we did to the FSME. This video and the template together is going for 20,000 naira. You also get final access to all our future updates, which is going to be at 25,000 naira if you are going to give it out today at that price. Now, if you sum up all of the above, you agree with me that the full package of this course is worth 169,000 naira, which is the price we give to people that we don't know, they didn't attend our master class, they did not get sign for it, they just saw the link online and then they pay. That's the price you're going to see on the website. But let me ask you this, and I need your unbiased response. Does this FSME sound like something you want to have access to? This FSME and everything that we're talking about, does it sound like something you would like to have access to? Just yes or no. I said they are not going to pay that. They should be higher, right? But I'll be giving it out to you specially at just 40,000 naira. That is about 40% off for you alone. You see, my friend, you can decide now that you don't have just 4,000 naira to get what could change your life forever. And I totally understand that. As a matter of fact, it means this FSMA course is not for you. And you can exit this call. Let me talk to that one person I want to help. But before you go, what I'm trying to show you is that I'm not trying to raise money or trying to make a profit with this course. I've sold to over 100 people like you already, more than 1,000. Yes, more than 1,000 people aboard FSME ever since we launched in 2022. So there are chances that someone might be paying for the FSME course right now as we speak. So I want you to know that at just 40K, it is a complete giveaway. And as a guarantee, I want you to come closer and hear this. If you gain your own unexpired access to the FSME and you feel like you are empty-handed or probably you are cheated and you didn't get value for the price you paid, send me a personal message on WhatsApp or on LinkedIn. Ask for a refund of your money. No question will be asked. You get your money back at 100%. Plus, you keep the FSME access with you forever. So if you are seriously interested in this, I think you should listen to this very well, because there's a little problem, like I said earlier, that my team and I only have 5 slots open for any final access I'm going to give you on this webinar. Once these 5 slots are filled, you won't be able to get access at that amount again. So we recently ran a mid-year promo because of the CIT filing account preparation, since also the new tax law became effective in 2026. The goal is that we offer the FSME at a very discount rate. Yes. So although the promo has officially ended on May 31st, which is last month, and my team has agreed to close it, but I've decided to personally extend this offer for you, just for 5 people on this call tonight, because I don't want you to miss out. I will take the full responsibility on my end so you can get access at a promo fee just tonight. Let me know if you are ready and I will make it happen for you. This is how this is going to work. Don't miss this for anything. If you are looking at having your own special access to the FSME, I think you should listen to this properly. Your access to the FSME course is going for just 40,000 naira presently, but there's a catch. So thank God some people have left. So we have just 5 slots open for 15 people that are on this call. There's a catch with the promo offer extension. So with this extension, there will be the access will be available to only 5 people at just 20,000 naira today alone. After which the access fee will be back at 40,000 naira. Yes, so 5 people will be able to get access to the FSME course at just 20,000 naira tonight. What does this mean? This means that only 5 people can get access to the course at 20,000 naira tonight. Yes, at 20,000 naira tonight. But if you delay or you were not part of the 5 lucky people, you might have to pay 40,000 naira, or which is 2 times or what you are supposed to pay tonight or more in the future. So today being 28th of June 2026, so by Sunday 5th of July 2020, which is next week, I think the promo will be over and the access fee to the course will be going for 40,000 naira, which is the original price. This is only for fast action takers. So 5 people get to pay just 20,000 naira today. So that is for you alone. So I'm going to send a link on the group. This link you are seeing on the screen, I'm going to send it on the group now, and it's going to be for just 5 people to be able to click the link. Is now available on the group. Only 5 people can get access to that at just 20,000 naira. Just 20,000 naira. Yes, just 20,000 naira for just 5 people. So what happened is, now at 20,000 naira, we both know that that is way cheaper compared to what you spend on food in a month or in a week. So if you exit this store without clicking the link on the group, you might never have this opportunity again. Just to be clear, when you pay that, what happens is when you click that link, it's going to request you, it's going to ask, we are going to send you details, meaning they are going to be requesting you to send account details. So once you get the details, make the payment, and then we are going to take it off from there. We are going to take it off from there. This is the payment details on your screen. My name is the name on this account. So that's the payment detail for those that messaging me for payment details. So just to become, when you pay 20,000 naira, you are going to get the following, including all the bonuses. You get video financial statement training. You get video on how to raise journal. You get video on how to obtain a PDF copy of financial statements. You get video on taxes and capital allowance computation. You get access to download and to use the financial statement template, the one I used for you this night. You get access to download it. You get access to download the copy of my recently launched guide titled 7 Simple Steps in Preparing IFRS Financial Statements. You get access to my fastest accounting community. You get access to join that community as well. Okay, you also get access to all of the other bonuses that I listed tonight. You get access to all of the other bonuses I listed, all the templates, the PDF store, the video on how to prepare financial statement, everything, you get access to it. But if you not pay just 20,000 naira today, you might have to pay more in the future. You might have to pay more in the future. Use this link on the group, and that is a wrap. The link is on the group, like I said earlier, and it's just for 5 people. Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye.